Can somebody tell me what country I'm in? Because I'm seriously confused. The Declaration of Independence states life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I am neither happy nor do I feel free right now. This is not the video for you to share your think pieces about the vaccine and this and that. It's not that video. This is about American standards, American traditions, and American culture, okay? Whether or not you like America, if you were born here, you are an American. And whether or not you're an anti-vaxxer or vaccinated, it does not matter right now, okay? Let's put our differences aside and let's just talk facts. I'm really not excited about the state of America, the state of the economy, and the future outlook for my kid, right? I'm super concerned because as I look around, I see a government that is now having control of us when it was not designed that way. We are supposed to have control of the government. That has been so far gone, I don't even know if people know that. And excuse my passion because I'm heated with this whole thing that Biden has just announced. I'm very heated about it because this is not what America represents to me. Okay? Not at all. How far will we take things in the name of safety? Okay? It's really annoying that people are saying, oh, you're not being forced to get the vaccine. Just find a whole new career. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Okay. You're not being forced. If you want to be technical, sure, we're not being forced, right? Because you don't have to get it. No one's coming up to your door, at least not yet, with the jab, right? No, you don't have to get it. But what are we being then? We're being manipulated, bribed, and threatened. Are those any better? You might as well just throw force in there. These things are okay now because you are afraid. If you keep on letting certain individuals, this is not a collective, right? These are certain people higher ups at the top kind of making all these charges, right? And all these rules. If you let them do that now under the guise of safety and because you are afraid, there's going to be a time where you're no longer afraid, but you have lost all your power. Right now, it's the jab and everybody feels okay with it because it's supposed to help you reduce your death rate from 2% to maybe slightly zero. I'm not sure if it's necessarily zero because if you look at VAERS, and if you have no clue what VAERS is, it's where people can report their vaccine injuries. If you look at that, the death from, this vaccine has been off the Richter scale. What happens when it becomes, oh, the sun is actually super cancerous and even sunscreens are cancerous too. So you cannot go out during the daytime. You can only go out during the night using specific things that we actually tell you to do. We're going to mandate you to do this. You must stay in your house, right? That sounds crazy. You probably think, Crystal, no one's going to do that. But if I came to you in January of 2020 or even December of 2019 and I told you, you are about to be in your house for months and you are not going to be able to do anything and go anywhere, the whole world's going to be shut down, I would have sounded like a lunatic, all right? You'd have been like, that girl's on something and it's not Pepsi. If this is really America, like I said, I'm still confused where I'm at. But if this is really America and we are supposed to have liberties, why not arm us with just facts, okay? If you watch the news, and I really try not to watch it that often, but if you watch the news, it is nothing but constant fear-mongering going on. Oh, this 15-year-old had to get a double lung transplant, and this person who was talking mess about the jab, now they got COVID and they're fighting for their lives. And it's a lot of things to sensationalize people versus facts, right? So when I do turn on the news, it's a lot of those things, stories and pressuring and threatening and bribing you. It's never, okay, guys, let's consistently talk about the data. Let's talk about the research. Let's talk about the steps that the vaccine took versus steps that vaccines normally take, right? And before people come here and say, oh, well, they did that, it is not anywhere near the amount of the fear mongering that goes on, okay? There is probably 99% of fear mongering on the news and 1% of just objective facts, okay? And I think I'm being very considerate giving them 1%. If this is America and if you actually want me to be free and want me to be free of government control, because that was the whole premise of America, right? We're supposed to be free from that kind of central command, okay? Then just arm me with the facts. Tell me where the research came from. What was the sample size of the people who got the vaccine? What was the testing like? How was it different? Who tested? Who are the top scientists doing this? What are their accolades? What are their education? Equip me with the knowledge. Don't threaten me. Don't bribe me with Krispy Kreme donuts and a turkey leg. Convince me. Show me the data, right? I don't want to be bribed. I don't want to be manipulated. I don't want to feel forced into it. I just want to say, you know what? This actually makes the best sense to me. It's the most educated decision. I'm not being convinced, I'm being manipulated and I'm being bribed and I'm being threatened. Why not just give both sides? If safety is the main premise of everything that they're doing right now, right? Everything is for your safety. Then that means no matter what people's opinions are, you should give them what the safest thing for them is. Whether that is for those who are indifferent about the jab, go ahead and get it. You're going to save lives. You're going to protect yourself. If for whatever reason, maybe medical, maybe religious, whatever the case is, if you don't want to get it, here's how you boost your immune system. Here's how you keep yourself safe. Don't tell me to wear a mask, because I feel like you could wear a mask and still get it. I think people have definitely been still getting it with the mask too, right? So don't just stop at that. All you're doing is keeping people literally muffled all day. That can't be healthy either. Tell me things that I can do that are going to help me boost my immunity. Maybe taking ginger shots, maybe drinking elderberry. Shout out to elderberry, right? Things like that that are actually going to keep my immune system up in the event that I don't want to get the vaccine. Really help people be safe while they're making decisions. If they're not comfortable with it yet, okay, fine, you're not comfortable yet. Let's keep on giving you information that's going to empower you and make you feel like you're making an informed decision, as opposed to giving you free donuts, free Lyft rides, $100. I mean, it's been insane the things they've been trying to give people for them to just get this. It's weird to me. And what's more weird and concerning is that America is becoming such a headline country, right? Rarely people read the actual meat of an article or actually dig deeper. They hear a headline and they run with it. Headlines are made to be sensationalized. Just take a look at YouTube. All these thumbnails and all the titles of videos are to sensationalize, to clickbait you, to interest you. When you actually get into the video, it might not really be like that, or it might be kind of like that, right? Like, that's what these headlines are supposed to be for. They're supposed to kind of generate a conversation and get you interested. The problem is people aren't interested past the headline. They don't actually read the meat, so they're not really equipped with the right facts, and they're spreading around headline information. I don't know how we became a society like this, but I think we should be encouraged to read, to research, to question. Science is questioning, right? What is a hypothesis? It's an educated guess. They're like, no, maybe it's this, right? You're questioning it. Maybe I should try to do this. Maybe I should try to test that. So why can't we question science all of a sudden now? And it's really jacked up, right? So on Labor Day, the extended unemployment benefits got cut, right? So now your money has been cut. If you're somebody who was living off of that extra money and you aren't someone who's comfortable yet getting the jab, well, now you have to go back into the workforce with a whole bunch of requirements. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but let's just call it a coincidence, right? Because I'm trying to take the conspiracies out of it, even though I don't believe in calling things conspiracy theories. But how messed up is it that you're going to cut me off and then try to implement this executive order that basically forces me to make a move? Okay, it's forced. I don't care if you want to call it, whatever. It's threatening, whatever you want to call it. It's nothing positive. And in Biden's 6-step plan, it says something along the lines of protecting the vaccinated against the unvaccinated. Are you kidding me? Where am I? What happened to united we stand, divided we fall? I feel like it got worse with Trump. I feel like we've been divided, kind of here and there. It was kind of started with Trump, and now it's just ballooning, right? Because back in Trump days, it was like Democrats versus Republicans, like they was going at it. Now it's the vaccinated against the unvaccinated. Why are we doing all this? Why are we dividing our country? Why are we creating so much animosity, anger, depression, anxiety, all for a 2% death rate? I'm not saying that people just dies and who cares. I'm not saying that, but if you look at what they're reporting, it's 2%, and that's just a blanket, right? If you get down and break it down by demographic and things of that nature, it might be even less. So why are we crippling our country and turning people against each other? Why are we doing that? I don't know the end game. I'm not here to think and conspiracize about what they're trying to do, what the end game is, because some people also say, well, what do you think they're trying to do? I don't know. If I knew, you think I'd be here talking to you? No, I'd be making moves, right? Like if I had all the answers, I wouldn't be confused. I don't have the answers. I could make guesses, but your guess is as good as mine. I am not a higher up. I am not in the know. I am not a fly on the wall. I have no clue what the end game is, nor do I really care to think about it in depth. I mean, I feel like you can do your best to kind of protect yourself against whatever you may think is going on. But ultimately, if they have an agenda, if they have a goal, they have it. That's it. We have to just kind of wait and see how these things kind of play out, right? But it's dividing us up as a country. We are not each other's enemies, okay? People who are vaccinated or who are unvaccinated, they are not your enemies. These are people you're supposed to love and protect and stand by, because we are supposed to be united. The real enemy is not each other, okay? Read between the lines. It's not us. We are supposed to be the government. The government makes no money. It is our tax dollars that gives them power. So why are we being threatened and bribed and all this crazy stuff is going on when we are the ones who elected these people, allegedly, right? It makes no sense. Independent thinking should be encouraged in this country. If I have a question, it should be answered with facts, with research on both ends. Equip me with the knowledge. Don't scare me into something. I do not want to be fear-mongered. I want to be educated. Why are we not being educated? Our education system sucks. I know that. But it's very concerning. It makes no sense. I take a shot every time I said it makes no sense, really. But now more than ever, it's really time to think about having your own businesses, all right? Now they're starting to attack private companies. Right now, it's over 100 employees. What happens when it becomes anybody, every company? You must do this, you must do that, or we're going to kill you and just take you right out of business, right? Think about exit strategies. Think about plans, because this new mandate is going to affect, I think they said 100 million people. What are you going to do when you become the person that is targeted and you're not, necessarily comfortable? Like I said, whether or not you're vaccinated, this can apply to you too. Oh, get a booster shot. Get another one. What if you're at the 7th booster shot? You're tired of getting this. Well, we're going to fire you if you don't, right? At what point is enough enough? At what point are you going to fight back? At what point are you going to say, listen, I am an adult. I am not a child. I can make my own decisions over my body. Hell, I ain't even asked to be here. Now that I am here, at least let me do what I want with this body that I have. How dare you try to tell me what to do and threaten my livelihood because I don't want to comply to a certain collective amount of people? What if the roles were reversed? And what if it was like, oh, you cannot get this vaccine. You cannot protect yourself. Would you be happy with that? No, you would want a place where you can actually exercise your freedom, your independence, and have what America kind of was built on, right? Independence, not having a big government, having small government, letting the people rule, letting the people control things. That's what this country is supposed to be. I'm not sure where I'm at. Can you let me know?